Two things. One, speak to people. There's hundreds of people in this industry that know what they're talking about. Speak to people. It doesn't cost you to come to an event like this and actually walk around and talk to professionals. You've got some of the best people in industry today that you'll bump into. Have those conversations, ask those opinions. Secondly, Twitter. You have to be on Twitter to keep up to date. The amount of times I'm going to a meeting, I'm on the train, I flick through Twitter, I see some information that I've been updated on, I walk into the meeting and someone asks me my opinion on it. You need to use Twitter to keep yourself updated.
Boys, we rowdy. Shouts to all my lost boys. Shouts to all my lost boys.
So this is a really interesting question, and I think the way that we're finding it increasingly that people are sort of staying ahead of the game and keeping up to date with all of the changes that are going on is by using data. Data is becoming more and more fundamental to everything that we do, not only from understanding what's going on in the marketplace, but also by able to show that what we're doing is actually adding value and driving ROI. So in essence, the best thing to do is to actually get involved in the data, understand what the trends are online, how are people reacting to certain things, how do celebrities affect online behaviours and the way that people search for certain things. This is the best way, and it's got to be a sort of a constant monitoring. There's no point just doing this as a sort of one-off project. You have to be constantly on top of what's going on and helping to understand the way that people are reacting to certain trends, both seasonal and sort of one-off events.
It's very difficult because it's changing on a daily basis. You know, things are growing quicker than we can really keep up with it. But because we have such unique products, people generally like to keep us abreast and in the loop of what they're doing.
Well, it's not really easy. I mean, you have to basically just stay plugged in, no pun intended, to the things that are going on via the web and making sure that you are as up to date as possible. These shows have certainly helped, to be honest, but it's not easy, but you've got to do it.
You know, we talk with dozens of merchants every week. We're on panels. I do lots of speaking around the world. I speak with analysts. I go to conferences like the Online Marketing Show, the e-tail shows. They give us a good insight of what our customers are feeling, what they're seeing. And our data that we see on a regular basis, we see about 50% of the world's card not present transactions. So we get a really good feel for what's happening out there.
Shouts to all my lost boys, we rowdy. Shouts to all my lost boys. Shouts to all my lost boys, we rowdy.
Well, I read extensively. I must spend at least two hours a day minimum reading what other people are doing, reading blogs and technology publications to see what's emerging. So I spend a lot of time reading and researching.
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking at sort of trade shows, what people are bringing out. We're looking at a lot of like Media Week, we look at a lot of the online publications, we look at the register, we know ZDNet. We're always looking at what new technology is coming out. One is for our competitive advantage to see if we can link in with something else. But another is you never know what's coming around the corner, and something might be the next big thing, and if you can get in early with that organisation, it'll take you into the next sort of step forward.
I think it's mainly about putting yourself out there and talking to people and showing, you know, having a presence. By being here and talking to various people from lots of different backgrounds, you start to understand where your customers come from, and you start to understand who might be in your space, and you'll only find out really what's happening by talking to these different people and working out if they're suitable as customers or clients or even just, you know, friends perhaps. So it's just about networking, good networking tool.
Well, among other things people could do to keep up with the rapidly changing technology is follow the Steely Eye Twitter feed, where we post all of the great articles that we're reading to keep ourselves in tune. So we share those on our Twitter feed, and of course you can follow along there without necessarily needing to engage us as an agency.
I mean, it certainly is a job. I think it helps coming to events like Marketing Week Live, trying to keep on top of things. Also, our clients keep us constantly challenged. They need more dynamic, more interesting ways of marketing to their target markets. And because we work globally, we're constantly having to really think on our feet and keep up to date. Mark and Gordon both blog regularly, and so by the very nature of that, they have to immerse themselves in the topic area.